Because at that point, when you do find it out, this is when you can actually say, I've done it. I've done the work. Therefore, even if it's not you, I know that I can handle the next person that comes into my life. Because usually the next person that comes into your life, that person asks you to level up. Sometimes the level that we are now is simply to prepare us for the next person that is coming in. And until you can actually graduate that level, to actually look at that person in the eye, whether to say either we are together or we are not, and actually be okay with the outcome, you will not pass on to the next level. You will make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And this is why you're chipping away from yourself, saying that, oh, all men are the same. No, honey. You simply need to graduate the level that you're on. That's the only way that you will be able to grow. Because when you do graduate the level that you're on, not only does it actually bring out something in him that says, okay, now I truly need to step up. She's not playing. Because the thing is, with someone like this, they have so many options that they don't want to choose wrong. And why he disappears, because in between those times that you guys have those amazing times, something happens in between. Something happens in between. And unless you start paying attention, you are not going to understand. Unless you start actually seeing it from his point of view, you will not be able to graduate that level. Because while he is actually trying to make the evening epic for you because you mean something to him, what are you doing in that moment? So unless you actually learn to actually graduate that level, it is always going to be a struggle. Now the part 2 for this, after we identified the problems, okay, so now we're about to come up with solutions to actually fix them. Because no one actually likes to imagine you just spent this great night and now all of a sudden you have to wonder, should I text him? Can I text him? Why not? If you have to wonder, something is wrong. You should not have to wonder. And the reason why you're wondering is because he is not texting you first. So now your mind is saying, okay, how do I keep him interested? Therefore, I must reach out, and that is the worst mistake you could make. The reason why you are having difficulty with dating someone who is afraid to commit is because you feel it inside. There is a problem. You're feeling that way for a reason. Therefore, your feelings should not be ignored, but first they must be dealt with within you. If you cannot control your emotions, bringing them out at the wrong time is very easy. It's bound to happen simply because you haven't been able to deal with it the way you're supposed to. So now when you're feeling something, you need to address it. It is coming up for a reason. You're not crazy. No, you are not. But it is coming up for a reason. Therefore, let's address it. Now, identifying the problems. Why do you have a problem with this? What exactly is bugging you? What is bothering you? What it is the disappearances. You are a human being. You want the person that you are talking to be next to you. Okay? Now, the disappearances, obviously, they will not work. So what do you do about them? We'll see you in part 2 about that. The non-titles, aka the casual dates that he seems to be coming up with that are all too enticing, it makes you forget exactly why you were mad in the first place. You're not okay with the casual dates, so stop thinking that it's okay to just say yes. Then later on you will eventually discuss it while you are together sitting down at a nice restaurant. No, because remember, the whole evening he has planned this for you. He's planning on being epic. He's planning on making it the time of your life, all right? So now, the next one, the undivided attention only when you are together. The reason why you are so enamored with him, the reason why you are so taken by him, it's because he gives you all his attention whenever you guys are alone together. It's like the whole world disappeared. It's only him and you, and you just fall into his arms, and it's just so lovely and nice. But boom! Remember, this is an act. You need to wake up. Okay? Smell the roses, honey. Now, the pulling away when you get too close to the heart. Every time you're getting that close, feeling that you guys are getting together, you guys are connecting, you are coming into one, something happens. And then last but not least, the aching feeling that you know you're not the only one. Especially if he has means now, you dread going to his phone simply because you're afraid of actually facing the truth. But the one thing you fail to know is that you've known it all along. It is no longer a truth to face, it's really a truth to actually listen to. Because you know it in your gut that you're not the only one that he's talking to. But for some reason, you are making excuses for him. And all the while that you're making excuses for him, you are telling your soul, you're telling yourself, your whole being, that you're not worth it. So let's go on and fix those steps. Let's go on and fix those problems, okay? Next, we're going to identify the charms. Now that you have actually identified what exactly is bugging you, okay, what exactly the problems and when all this goes about, okay, you're about to identify why you are cut in the same web every single time. We are going to identify the charms that he uses to actually catch you. The attention. Let's face it, everybody loves all eyes on me. I don't care who you are, starting from a newborn to an old person. You might say, oh no, I'm shy. You might be shy about having too many eyes on you. But everybody likes it when someone that they're seeing has all their eyes on them. I said all their eyes as if like you have like 4 or 5. But you know what I mean. As in both eyes, okay? He's looking at you. He sees you. Second charm that he uses to actually get you. The chivalry. Oh yeah, you never touch the door, do you now? He lets you go in first because he likes to see you go by, okay? He pulls out your chair, all right? He chooses the nicest restaurant with the gorgeous lights. And let's not forget, the wine menu is exquisite. Yes, he has taste. The chivalry. The game of house that you two play after a wonderful date, right? You go out, you're having fun and all, and then afterwards you find yourself strategically, and I say strategically because it is strategy. Yes, it is. He planned all of this. He knows you like his house way better than yours. Yes, he knows. Yes, he knows. That lavish lifestyle that he seems to be offering you in a silver platter that you can't find yourself thinking of something else, of other people, of the last time you were so well catered for. All right? The heart-to-heart apologies when he's saying you, okay, I know I messed up. And then he slightly looks up and says, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Can you tell that I've been through this? Right? You can tell, right? Okay. The your wish is my command section. It's like whatever it is that you desire, yes, you can have it. You want to go there? Sure. You want to have that? Perfect. You want to do this? Yes, absolutely. That was my thought exactly. It's like you guys are on the same wavelength when you guys are together. It's like your heart beat as one, his heart goes a little faster and you're over here wondering, it's like, oh, maybe it's because I am here. Dating someone who's afraid to commit. The play on words that he seems to be coming up with at the right time, the right moments. He knows just exactly what to say and when to say it. And let's not forget how to say it. Because a message is important. A message is important, and someone might listen and might not listen. The only difference is how you deliver it. And he seems to have perfection. That's the wrong word. He seems to have gotten this right from the get-go, as if a step that he's been working on for a lifetime, that he has gotten to a T. Yes. So those are the charms that are actually getting you caught up into the same things over and over and over again. So now let's break the cycle. What do you say? All right. Okay, now remember that we're attempting to actually break the cycle. But before we start this, I need to actually let you know I am not a counselor nor a licensed therapist. Okay? If you feel like you would need more or professional help, it is actually encouraged. Talking to someone that is professionally, educated in those matters is always best. Now that we have this little disclaimer out of the way, let's start off what I found, what worked for me, and totally switch things around. Now, the thing is, he's using those charms to really catch you is because he can tell he feels in you. Those are things that you would actually really like. And then coupled with the fact that you're actually trying to get that life, so that means that you haven't gotten there yet. So if he gives you a taste of what that is, you are likely to be hooked. It's like someone buying you let's say a gorgeous pair of stilettos every time for your birthday. Now, whenever your birthday comes on, it's like, especially if that's something that you really do like. I mentioned stilettos because I'm really into shoes. I love shoes. So then, if he finds out that every single time, every time for your birthday you get a stiletto, therefore you get excited about it because you know that it's already coming. But now, you getting ready and anxious for it is only half the battle, because the thing is, it's already going through your mind. You're thinking about it. What color might it be? What it might look like? How the box will be delivered, how it'll be, accompanied with other side gifts for you. You're basically in your mind getting this idea, this image that makes your blood pump up a little bit. You're a little anxious, you're happy because there's a gift coming, and probably that is your love language. Whose woman it isn't, So it's like, you know all of this, and then think of it, suddenly, boom, a birthday, you don't get the gift. Now, how do you think you will feel about that? Exactly. You will be overwhelmed, you'll be mad, unhappy, and ready to express your unhappiness. But then, when the person comes on and say, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry. And then just you see them holding something behind your back, and what it is that you think it is? Another pair of stilettos. And you just can't wait to see it. Guess what? That whole problem of it not coming in on your birthday, on the day that you're actually expecting it, it's all in the back of your mind now because it is here now. It is the same thing with dating someone who's afraid to commit. They know exactly what it is that you like. Therefore, they dangle it in front of you like a carrot. Now, you might be thinking that, no, that's just manipulative. That is just, that is just wrong. Okay. So you mean to tell me that you never dangled a carrot in front of someone and just expected them to just chase after it, really wanting it? And this is where we have to be honest with ourselves. It's okay to admit when you were wrong, where you've been wrong. It allows you to grow. It allows you to know what needs to be done. But if you keep ignoring it, you will never see the problem. You will keep on repeating the same mistake. And that is what we do here. We fix it. But first, you have to look inward. You have to look at what exactly is your carrot. What exactly is it dangling in front of you? What exactly it is using to charm you? Because it's all there. It's all there. It's all there in the patterns. You only have to listen. But the thing is, you are so blinded by the lights that you can barely see it. You are so blinded by the happiness that you feel in the moment, because already in getting ready for that night, you're already excited because you know what is coming. It is epic. It is just like getting ready for a concert. It is the same thing that day is to him. It's a concert. But the only difference is you have backstage passes. You have VIP seats. Now, wouldn't you be excited about that? Right? What's not to get excited about? Exactly. So now how do we fix it so that we see it coming, we are ready to enjoy it, but definitely turn it around on him and have him running after the carrot? Yes. You can tell that is my favorite part, right? No, I'm not really into revenge, if that's what you're thinking. I really just like getting things right. Okay, so now the next part is about reversing the situation so that he is the one dangling after the carrot. He is the one actually chasing it. And for you, not for it to be really hard work. No, boo boo. No. We don't do this here. But for you to be actually sitting down and enjoying all this process, because what? You recognize and identify the problems. Therefore, you don't wish to repeat them. You identify the charms that he uses so that you may see it coming. So you're not being trapped in the same webs every single time and getting mad after 3-4 days or perhaps 2 weeks simply because he's unable to keep up the act. It is also an exercise about revealing the act. If it is truly an act, if it is truly him afraid of committing, if it is because he really have options and he doesn't want to choose wrong, or if it's just him wanting to play with you because you're his plaything and you make it easy for him. Either way, you will find out. But one thing I can say is that when you do find out, the answer might hurt, but you will never regret it. You will never regret it, because for the work that you've done, you deserve. You deserve it. That's why it is dangling in front of you. But one thing you must remember, what you seek is also seeking you. What you seek is also seeking you. I need you to actually repeat this. What I seek is also seeking me. 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 Okay? See you next part. Now that we have identified the problems, identified the charms, we need to know each and every single one of them, how to actually fix them. The disappearances, which was the number one thing that we said that was identifying as a problem for us, simply because our feelings is telling us that, okay, this is not normal, and we are not okay with this because we feel some type of way about it. Why the disappearances are happening? The disappearances are happening because it might be, I don't know how to say this nicely. Because the thing is, I want to be truthful with you. But the thing is, I also cannot be, I guess, rude about it. Simply because it wouldn't be right. We're all human beings, and sympathy should always come when it is a matter of communication. It should always come in. Now, these disappearances are happening, and I am saying this with the utmost love for you guys. They are happening because he feels like you're not captivating him. That doesn't mean that he doesn't like you, or that doesn't mean that he does like you so much. No, it simply means that at times you become overbearing, and he can see it in your eyes. You're already asking questions about, where is this going? This is why the disappearances. Because if he can step away and allow you to be mad, now you're not thinking about the bigger questions anymore. You're simply about thinking of being mad and expressing that feeling. However passive or aggressive you may choose it, but you're still choosing to expressing it. So now if he puts something else in your mind, which is his disappearance, you're worried about other stuff rather than where is this going? Get it? The non-titles, aka casual dates. He keeps it casual so you're not claiming that you guys are a couple. That is exactly why he keeps it casual. Now, there's a way to actually get the date out of him. But an actual date, not just him calling you 1 day or 2 days earlier. No, of him planning something and having you guys spin this out for weeks. This is what normal people do when there is someone that they're really interested in and you would like to keep around. They set up dates. And the reason why he keeps on doing casual dates is because you don't know how to say no. You are so enamored by those lights that you know that are coming on. A nice day, it's a free meal. You don't know how to say no. The undivided attention only when you guys are together. He gives you his undivided attention because you seem to have a lot on your chest. You seem to have a lot on your mind that you wish to express. And this is something that most girls actually don't get. Your friends are your friends for a reason. Your boyfriend is your boyfriend for a reason. Your husband is your husband for a reason. Your mother is your mother for a reason. Blending all those into one and bringing them to one person is a lot. You might be thinking, oh no, wait, no, but he's my boyfriend. Shouldn't he be my best friend? No. Because think about a guy that just met a girl. He's not looking to be your best friend. He wants to know everything about you, but it makes it even more enticing when he has to hunt for it. You might not like to work for answers that you deserve, that you want, but he does. This is why you have friends. This is why you have girls getaways. This is why you go visit your parents. Not sectioning those is actually a disadvantage to your relationship because you're around too much and you expect them to fill all the shoes. The pulling away when you get too close to the heart. Since you have a lot on your mind, you tend to also say things that say, I'm in there for the long haul and I want you. That is very scary to someone that has not proclaimed their love to you. Imagine you're already telling them, yes, I am ready to have your kids. This is scary to someone that is afraid to commit. Not to mention that he has the means, and a lot of girls are actually trying to get him to commit or have kids. They're actually trying to trap him. So you saying that with your words are actually making him afraid, not in the sense that, oh no, he's afraid of you, but in the sense that he feels like he has to pull away from you a little bit so you can actually see reality. And the feeling that you're not the only one. The only reason why you are not the only one is because you're playing around. If you section everything that is going on for your life, you won't have to be like, oh no, I'm not the only one. Because then he craves you so much that all his free time, he wants to spend it with you and no one else. Because guess what? When he's around you, he finds positivity and not nagging or everything negative that happened in your day. It's okay to mention one or two things. But if in three weeks, every time he asks you how you are, you always have something negative, you need to reduce it from 3 to 1.